I'm the director of surf operations at Waco Surf.
How long you been here?
Since 2018, I was the first employee hired.
No way, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
So we got our 3-wave sets that we use for beginner and intermediate. Beginner one is like more spaced out so people aren't piling up on top of each other. Our intermediate wave comes in sets of 3, and that one's really fun, super rippable, and probably about waist to stomach high. And then we have our advanced wave, and that comes in sets of 3 or sets of 4, and that one's about neck to head high on me. And then we have our more pro waves that are our air section, and then we have a couple of different barrel waves. Air section obviously ends in a closeout, so you can ramp and do air off of it. And then we have our barrel waves that are similar to like a wedge style wave with a nice little chip in, and then you kind of drop down to the bottom and take a low line and get like nice little slab cover up over it.
Nice. And then what's your favorite?
I really like the slab. It just feels cool, like being inside a barrel and like just, you know, feeling like all that water rushing around you, hearing like the suction from the back on the sitting back on the foam ball, and you can just hear like it sounds like a jet like right beside your ear and stuff. So yeah, that's probably my favorite. It's the most intense.
And then how does it feel different than being in the ocean?
So I really haven't surfed in the ocean that much, probably about as much as I can count on both hands. I was born in Florida, so like some of my earliest childhood memories are going to the beach. And then we lived in California, but I never started surfing. I always rode a skateboard in the parking lots with all my friends at our apartment. And then I moved to Texas, and that's where I fell in love with surfing, because I would just see it on TV or see it in a magazine, and it would just like draw my attention so much, and so I always wanted to be a part of it. And once I turned 18, I started heading to the coast, would try to you know, attempt surfing, and I stayed a beginner pretty much until I started working here. And then once I started working here, I excelled pretty quickly.
So you could actually get better a lot quicker because it's the same wave time.
Yeah, totally. What I've noticed from surfing in the ocean since I've surfed here, when you get up to your feet in the ocean, you don't know really what the wave is going to throw at you unless you're at it like a perfect point break that you know is just going to line up all the way down. So when you get to your feet in the ocean, you're kind of like working the rails to figure out what your next maneuver is going to be. If it's going to be a floater, if you're going to just start pumping, or if you're going to, you know, try and get around a section. Out here at the wave pool, because it's a perfect wave every time, you know that it's not going to section in front of you, or so when you get to your feet, you have time to set up, you know, get a couple of pumps in, start working on your turns, and you can really just dial in, you know, whatever maneuver you're working on.
That's right. One of the cool things too is that we're sitting here chatting. Right behind us are those insane waves we were just talking about. All right, man, thanks.
Yes, no worries.